Sneaker reselling. In 2020, sneaker reselling was at its peak. You could bot drops, buy shoes from in-store, sell them for loads of money. You could literally make thousands off of Jordans that would stock in-store. Nowadays, it's not quite the same. It's a completely different game. And in this video, I'm going to talk about how you can utilize different methods to make sneaker reselling a successful business model in 2025. And the good thing about this is a lot of people have just gone fully away from shoe reselling. They're not interested, they don't want anything to do with it because they think the prime is gone. But realistically, there is still a lot of money to be made, and if you watch this video to the end, you'll find exactly how myself and other people are doing extremely well from it. It is very, very fair to say that nowadays, shoes don't have the same value as they used to. Jordans are worth practically nothing, Dunks are basically not worth buying, but this doesn't mean that shoes as a whole haven't got money in them. Now for me, I think that most of the money in shoe reselling now is in used shoes. Selling used shoes is good for so many reasons. We are currently in the cost of living crisis, meaning that people don't have as much money to spend, so they don't want to splash £300 on a pair of shoes from StockX. However, they're more willing to spend 50 quid on a pair of shoes from VINTED in good condition. And this is genuinely the way the movement is going with clothing, with everything. People are buying a lot more stuff secondhand, which is brilliant for us because we can pick up shoes secondhand for a lot cheaper than you can get them new. This is because you're not relying on the retailers, you're not relying on that, you're relying on getting them from other people who don't know the value of what they're selling. Now, I've been doing vintage to vintage reselling for a couple of years now, and it's safe to say it's a very, very successful business model. I've taught hundreds of people how to do exactly the same, and it's at the point now where it's so tried and tested that if you follow the right steps, you really can't go wrong. And yeah, the premise of this video is going to be about vintage to vintage reselling. In my opinion, by miles, the best shoe reselling method in 2025. So you've got a couple of methods when it comes to how you can vintage resell. First method is to manually scroll on Vinted trying to find good deals, and the second method is using a Vinted monitor. Now, if you want to make consistent income that's actually reliable, I would definitely recommend a Vinted monitor because it allows you to pick up a lot more stuff, a lot more steals, meaning you're going to sell a lot more stuff and so on. Having more in stock, having more on your Vinted page is always going to mean you're making more sales and making more money. So it's very important that you're not just picking up the odd steal once a week. If you want to take this into a successful business, you need to be picking stuff up every single day. Tens of items every day coming in, and that's when you can start to hit those big money months, 10k, etc. So it's 2025, and as I've already said, the market has changed, but what should you be actually buying now? Well, there's a lot of different shoes which are making money now, and it's not the ones you'd necessarily think. Air Maxes, obviously absolutely banging with your 95s, your TNs, your 97s, your 98s. They're always going to be good. They're a very reliable and popular shoe. However, myself and a lot of other people are starting to make money on a lot more niche shoes. Running shoes, there's plenty of money in running shoes, not just from Nike, from other brands as well. Obviously, you've got the Nike Pegasuses, the Nike Pegasus Trails. When these are in good condition, you can get up to £50 for models like these. And when you're scrolling on Vinted, you can pick them up from people who have no idea what they're on about for like £15. So there's a lot of potential there. And the thing is, with going for your more niche models, the demand just isn't going to be the same. When you're trying to get 95s and you're trying to get TNs, because of the hype, everyone's after them. It's hard to consistently get them. You're going to miss out on these deals because people are there faster because there's so many people just trying to get them. Whereas when you go down a more niche route, you can own that market. You can know everything there is to know about Hoka Clifton shoes or Innovate running shoes and just dominate that market. And the thing is with picking things up that aren't in your trending niches is the value stays so solid. The market isn't going to change. People are buying trail shoes for the function, not for the style. So the function's always going to be there. People are always going to be into trail running. So the trend's just not going to die, and you're going to have consistent income in the same niche. Whereas in the next few years, 95s might become less popular. People aren't going to be buying them so much. So if you direct all your knowledge and all your learning into a shoe that might die off, then that's where you're going to start to have problems in the future. And I'm not saying don't buy the trending shoes. If you see a cheap pair of 95s, I'm picking them up all day long. I'm just saying you need to diversify your niche if you want to maximize the amount of items you're going to be picking up every single day. Shoes such as Huaraches and 270s, you might think are dead, you might think no one's wearing them. There is so much money to be made in these. In good condition, you could get £35 every time, and because people who have no idea of this, they're sticking them up on Vinted all the time for a tenner. So I think we've made the point that there's a lot of profitable shoes out there and there's a lot across different niches, but how can you actually pick these up on Vinted and how can you get them in the first place? case? Well, as I mentioned earlier, you can use a VINTED monitor. Now, I spent the last 2 months creating the best VINTED monitor on the market with a 0.1 millisecond lag time, a fast buy button that directly buys things before they even show up on VINTED. Wild. I mean, look at this clip. Stuff is coming up on the monitor before it's coming up on VINTED. Look at the North Face beanie and the purple jacket. It's there on the monitor 5 to 8 seconds before it's on VINTED. And you might not think 5 to 8 seconds is a lot, but when it comes to everyone going for the same items on VINTED, that makes a world of a difference. So what we wanted to do when we created the monitor is not just create a tool, was to create a learning platform, somewhere where you can go from knowing nothing about VINTED reselling to being able to fully run the business model professionally. So included are price guides, 40+ page price guides showing you what to buy, what to sell, pretty much all the profitable items for in each size. So when you have that and the VINTED monitor alongside each other, it's pretty much a money printing method. And then we've also got a full video course with hours of video content running you through everything there is to know about the business model, from buying, setting up what you need, packaging, posting, growing social media accounts, all of that. It's all inside one place. Anyway, that's the link in the description. And if you want to get into VINTED reselling, it is the best tool you could possibly use. And right now is the best time to get on it while it's so unsaturated. So what are you actually looking for when you're looking for shoes on VINTED? Well, size and condition are probably your two most important factors once you've nailed down the exact product you're looking for. So you already know you're in the 95s niche. You're in a specific colorway, but you want to be checking that the size and the condition align with the price you're paying. Condition, you always want to be looking for shoes in good condition. Some very minor defects are fine, and you can clean up secondhand shoes extremely well. With some decent cleaning equipment, which is relatively cheap, like a drill brush, and some basic cleaning solution, you can get shoes looking extremely good that are pretty bad condition in the original photos. I mean, look at this. This is how the shoes came in and how I was able to send them out. Photographing your shoes is also incredibly important. You want to have them in good lighting, showing them well, with shoe trees in. I will always say this, shoe trees can elevate the pictures of your shoes so much to the point where you're selling a lot more just through your photos. Anyway, with size, your optimal sizes, as it was back in the day when you were botting drops, is anywhere from size 8 to 11. That's your peak sizes, so you can pay the most for those sizes because you're going to return the most money. However, what a lot of people do is they avoid your sizes 5, 6, 6.5, etc. And there's so much money to be made there. People list things in those sizes at £4 in good models that are easily going to fly out the door at 28, but they're ignoring them because they're only looking for the big sizes. As long as you're buying things at a price which is correlated to the size you're buying, you can make money on any size shoes. And that's something I will say over and over again. Don't just go for your size 10, 95s and TNs, because that's what so many people do coming into VINTED reselling. They look at the most popular shoes in the most popular sizes. But all that means is you're fighting for the most demand. If you were to go for a pair of size 5.5 Pegasus Trails, you're going to have nowhere near the amount of competition. And that means you can consistently get these pickups with so much more money to be made. It is completely possible to grow your shoe reselling business to thousands of pounds per month from a bedroom, from anywhere. And if you want to get started right now, then click the link in the description and get on the monitor. It's so untapped, it's crazy. But otherwise, drop a follow over on the Instagram, follow AutoFlipped on the Instagram if you want monitor updates, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.
Increase my profits by 1,000%. It's helped me so much.
The best VINTED monitor on the market right now with the fastest refresh time physically possible.